Hello, welcome to your Hocus Pocus Mary tutorial. On this tutorial you will need your Mary cookie. She's the one with the tall hair, I guess you would say. You also need her hair template. You need tan, black, white, and red icing. Also you need your toothpick. And it's really helpful if you have a paper towel handy to keep your icing bags clean. You're going to want to go ahead and snip off the tips of those icing bags. Very small holes at first. You can always adjust and make them bigger but not smaller, so be super careful when you snip. So let's get into this tutorial. Okay, so here we have Mary, and first we're going to take her hair template and line that up against her cookie. It may not fit perfectly, every cookie's slightly different, but just do your very best to get that lined up. And then you're going to take your tan icing with the end just barely snipped off, and you're going to start outlining right up against that template that was included in your kit, and that's going to give you the perfect shape for her face so that you can get all of her little bangs in there and everything without having to guess. So now that you have that outline, you can remove your template really carefully, and then you can go ahead and fill in her little face. And if you notice that your icing bag is could be watery in spots, all you have to do is give it a little massage to mix it back in. It's totally normal for the water to start to separate from the powdered sugar. So just give that a little massage and it will go right back together and you'll be good to go. Okay, now that you've filled in her face, you're going to take your toothpick and with circular motions, just smooth out all of the areas and make sure there's no air bubbles and all that. Okay, now you're going to let that crust for a minute, and then once it's dry, you're going to start outlining with her hair with your black. You're just going to want to follow right on the edge of where you outlined for her face, and then you're going to go all the way around her head to create her little crazy hairdo that she has. You just want to stay as close to the edge of the cookie as you can. If you have spots that aren't super close to the edge, that's no problem. You can fix that after you fill it in with your icing. Super easy fix. Now that you have it all the way outlined, you're going to put a little more pressure on that bag, and then you're going to fill in nice and thick her hair. Now you don't want to overfill to where it starts just pouring everywhere, but don't be afraid to add enough icing to cover that whole cookie. You don't want it to be really, what's the word I'm looking for? You don't want giant spaces. It doesn't feel pretty like that. You want it to make sure it dries really smooth and glassy. So you're going to want to make sure you fill it enough to where it's nice and smooth and flat and beautiful. And then once you get it all filled in, you will do exactly what you did with the face, and you use your toothpick, and with little circular motions, you're going to smooth out her hair. And if you drop anything on it, you just pick it up like I just did. So you just smooth it out as best as you can. With hair, I find that it's okay if it's not super smooth because it kind of gives you like a hair texture. So, it don't have to be perfect. So there you go. There's her hair. Now we're going to let her face and hair crust for a few minutes. And when her face is dry, hey, there's Sarah. Okay. You're going to let it dry before you move on to her face. Okay, so with your black icing, you're going to make her little eyes. So you're going to make a black oval, just like that. And then you're going to do another black oval for her. Other eye, of course. Then you're going to add a few eyelashes just to make her pretty. Alright, and then you are going to take your tan icing and you're going to make a little jelly bean nose. Cute little nose like a jelly bean. And then for her lips, you're going to make a little heart. So you're going to put pressure and then pull away. And put pressure and pull away to make her little heart lips. Just like that. Okay, so then we're going to take some white icing and give her a little reflection dot in her little eyeballs. And then lastly, we're going to take our black icing after we smooth out the eyeball. Okay, now you're going to take your black icing and make sure the tip is nice and clean. And we're going to give her 2 little swoops for her eyebrows to give her a little bit of attitude like Mary has. And there she is looking all cute like a cookie.